Students, welcome back to the class. In the previous video, children, we had completed lesson number 1. Okay, now before moving to second chapter, that is your parallel lines and transversal, children, I would like to explain you all some important terms or important concept which will be helpful for us to understand second chapter. Children, this important concept is taken from your 7th standard lesson number 4, angles and pairs of angles. Children, remember we were supposed to do this chapter at the end after completing all the portion, but since due to lockdown we were unable to complete this chapter. So now I will be teaching you all the important concept from this chapter which will be helpful to you dear students, not only in your 8th standard but in all higher classes like 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So I request all the students to just note down this definition and learn this definition. If once the definition is thorough, you are thorough with the definition, then it's more than enough. Clear children? Okay, so write down today's date. Okay, write down today's date. Give the heading revision of chapter angle and pairs of angles. In that, the first topic what we will be learning is, first give the heading children, the interior and exterior of an angle. Just write down the interior and exterior of an angle. Now you can see children, I have drawn one angle. Here I have drawn an angle ABC. The name of this angle is angle ABC. Okay children. So here you can see that I have drawn an angle and here are some points I have marked on this angle. Now you can see that children, some points are inside the angle, some are outside the angle and some points are on the angle. Now all those points which are inside the angle children, those points are called points in the interior of an angle. Points in the interior of an angle. Now same way children, some points which are lying outside, you can see some points are outside. So these points are called as exterior of an angle. And some points you can see they are on the angle. So those points are called as what? Points on the arms of an angle. So now children, you are just going to write this way. Points in the interior of the angle, you can write here. Points in the exterior of the angle and points on the arms of the angle. Now first point in the interior, which are the point? X, Y, Z. So you can write here points X, Y, Z. These are the points in the interior. Now points in the exterior are point D, E, F. Clear children? So which are the points? Points D, E, F. Okay, anything else is there? No. Now and the points on the arms of the two arms of the angles are point A, point B, point C and point Q. So which are the points? Points A, B, C and Q. I hope children you have understood which are the interior points, which are the exterior points and which are the points on the arms of the angle. Now always remember children, this if you extend this both the arms of an angle, then all that this in part will be the interior part of the angle. After extension also, whatever if you extend this arm, whatever this much portion will be the interior of the angle. Same way that outside will be the exterior of the angle. I hope you have understood the interior and exterior of an angle. Now let's move to the next topic, that is adjacent angle. So children, let's move to the next topic, that is adjacent angle. Second one which you need to understand is adjacent angles. Now here students, I am drawing a rough angle. Now see students, I have drawn one rough angle. Here you can see that this angle ABC is divided into two angles, angle ABP and angle BP. BPC. So two angle. Now you can see what is meant by adjacent angle. Adjacent angle means two angles which have, okay children, two angles which have common vertex. First point children, it should have a common two angles which have, first thing, a common vertex. Second thing, a common arm. And the third thing, both should have, both or angles should have a separate interiors. Okay, so children, what is meant by adjacent angle? So it means that two angles which have a common vertex, a common arm and a separate interiors. Now you can see that children, between two angles here, angle ABP here and angle PBC, the common vertex is B. BP is the common arm between the two angles, and this ABP, the interior of this is this portion. Okay, the children, this is the interior, and BPC, angle BPC has this interior. So the interiors are also different. Clear children? So we can say that therefore angle ABP and angle PBC are adjacent angle, are called as adjacent angles. Now children, tell me, is ABP, that means this angle, ABP means this angle, ABC, the full big angle, okay, this full angle, this angle and this full angle, ABP and ABC, okay, is this both called as adjacent angle? No, it will not be called as adjacent angle. Why? Because ABP interior portion is, this portion is the interior, this is the interior, and ABC includes full this interior. ABC will have this full interior. So the interiors are not separate. Therefore, they should have, as per the condition, they should have a separate interiors. So here angle ABP and angle ABC are not adjacent angle. Clear children? So I hope you have understood. Copy down, and I will be sending children all the notes of this definition in the PDF form in the group. So if you are unable to copy some of the points, you can copy it from it. So I will be sending the notes of this. Now coming to the third topic of that chapter, third point, important point, complementary angles. Now what does this complementary angle means? If sum of the measures of two angles, the sum of the measures of two angle is 90 degree, they are known as complementary angle. If sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree, then these they are called as complementary angles. Now here I am drawing a rough figure. Suppose I have drawn this, okay. Now A, now see children, here angle ABP and angle PBC, okay, sum of both the angles if you add, it is what? Nothing but 90 degree. Okay children, you can see that this angle plus this angle is making up 90 degree. Yes or no children? So sum of two angles is making 90 degree. That means this both angles are complementary angle. That means angle ABP and angle PBC are complementary angle, are complementary angles. Now see children, this complementary angle we can have, even we can draw separately also. Suppose this is, say for example, if I draw here one angle, say for example this is 40 degree. Okay, this is 40 degree, that is angle A, angle PQR. Suppose if I give the name PQR is 40 degree, and one more angle I am drawing over here. Suppose this is 50 degree, and here I am giving the name, say for example MNO. Now you can see children, angle PQR plus major angle PQR plus major angle MNO becomes how much? 90 degree. So I can write here, therefore major angle PQR plus major angle MNO is equal to 90 degree. That means this is 40 and this is 50, that is equal to 90 degree. So angle PQR and angle MNO are mutually complementary angle. Therefore they are called as, we can write it, are called as mutually complementary angles, are called mutually complementary angles. Clear children? So as per the definition, if measures of two angle is 90 degree, sum of the measures of two angle is 90 degree, then they are called as complementary angles. Okay, now I hope you have copied the definition. Now I'll give you one more example, that suppose let's move ahead. In case if I take an example, suppose one measure of angle is 55 degree, and if you are asked to find the complementary angle of this particular angle, what will be the complementary angle of this particular angle? That means children, its complementary angle will be, how to find the complementary angle? Complementary angle will be 90 minus 55, and that is equal to 35 degree. That means why I have separated from 90 children? Because sum of measures of two complementary angle is 90 degree. One angle is 55, other will be 90 minus 55. Any angle, suppose one angle is 40 degree, what will be its complementary angle? 90 minus 40, 50. Suppose one more angle I am taking, say for example 60 degree, its complementary angle will be 30 degree. Why? Because both the angle, what is the rule of complementary? Sum of measures of the two angles should be 90 degree. So I hope you have understood this complementary angle. With this we move ahead children. The next angle what we are going to learn is the next concept, that is supplementary angle. Supplementary angles. Now if the sum of supplementary angle says, if the sum of the measures of two angles, sum of the measures of two angle is 180 degree children, then they are known as supplementary angles. They are known as supplementary angles. So the definition of supplementary angle, now here children, same like complementary, where the in complementary sum of measures of two angle was 90 degree. Here in supplementary, sum of measures of two angle is 180 degree. Now suppose we draw a rough figure here, say for example okay, now here we are drawing angle. Now see children, here how many angles are there? Two angles, angle ABP and angle PBC. Which are the two angles here? You are getting angle ABP. Here I am writing here angle ABP and angle PBC. Okay, angle ABP, that means this angle ABP, this angle, and angle PBC, this angle. Yes or no, children? So ABP and angle PBC are called as supplementary angle, are called as supplementary angles. Now children, you can see that this is a straight line, right? Straight formation of the angle, and here you have one common arm also, and this angle is making up 180 degree. Yes or no, children? This angle is making up 180 degree. So this is called as angle ABP and angle PBC are called as supplementary angles. Okay children, so this is making 180 degree. Now suppose if I give one example, if one angle is 110 degree, if I say children, one example you can write here. If one angle is 110 degree, then children, then its complementary angle will be, children, complementary angle will be 180 minus 110, and that is equal to 70. Why? Because sum of measures of complementary angle is 180. So one angle is 110 degree, children, then the other angle will be 70 degree. If I say, okay children, so you have to separate from 180, you will get its supplementary angle, you will get its supplementary angle, that means it will be 70 degree. So children, complementary means sum of measures of two angle is 90 degree, supplementary means sum of measures of two angle is 180 degree. Now with this we move to the next topic, that is opposite rays. We move to the next topic, that is opposite rays. Now two rays, children, two rays which have a common arm, and or we can say a common origin, that will be better. Two rays which have a common origin and form a straight line, are said to be opposite rays, Okay children, so what is meant by opposite ray? Two rays which have a common origin and they form a straight line. Like for example, here we are drawing a rough figure. So here you can see, this is your, now you can see children, ray BC, this is your ray BC and this ray BA. Okay children, two rays, ray BC and your ray BA, they are forming and they are what, originating from this point B. Okay, BC and BA, both the rays, they are forming a straight line and they have a common origin, they are originated from this point B. Yes or no? So such two rays which are getting originated from a single origin point, they are forming a straight line, so they are said to be opposite rays, ray BC and ray BA. Clear children? Now let's move further children and let us learn about angles in a linear pair. Dear students, this is a very important topic, angles in a linear pair, which will be used every now and then in geometry in your higher classes. So you should be thorough with angles, how to, first of all you should be able to identify the angles in a linear pair, which angles are linear pair. Okay, so this is very important topic. Now here see children, I have drawn two angles. Okay, you can see that we have drawn two angles. Okay, now here you can see angle APB and angle BPC. this figure is same like a supplementary angle what we had drawn. Yes or no, children? That means sum of measures of angle APB and angle BPC is 180. That means measure angle APB plus measure angle BPC is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Why? Because we have already learned about the supplementary angles. So children, the sum of measures of angles in a linear pair is also 180 degree. Now this angle plus this angle is 180 degree. So we can call, that means angles in a linear pair are supplementary. So remember children, angles in a linear pair also will be 180 degree, same like supplementary angle. Okay children, and so here APB, measure angle APB plus measure angle BPC equal to 180 degree. Now suppose if I say this angle is my, say for example, this angle is 70 degree children. So what about this angle? What will be this angle my? This angle APB will be how much? 180 minus 70. Directly orally also you can, this will be 110 degree. Yes or no? Why? Because sum of measures of two angles in a linear pair is 180. So you have to keep in mind sum of measures of angles in a linear pair is 180 degree. One angle is given, you can find the other angle. Again I repeat children, sum of measures of angles in a linear pair is 180 degree. That means in other words they are supplementary. If one angle is given, you have to separate it from 180, you will get the other angle. So orally also you can do it. So you are going to copy these 2 points. The sum of measures of angles in a linear pair is 180 degree. That means angles in a linear pair are supplementary. One more point I would like to, we will write about this is third point. You are just copying down the third point, then I will explain this, that angles with actually. And the third point children, the actual definition of angles in a linear pair is angles with a common arm. See children, angle with one common arm and whose other arms forms a straight line are said to be angles in a linear pair. This is the definition of angles in a linear pair. See children, one common arm and other arms are forming straight line. Yes or no children? So angles with a common arm and whose other arms forms, other arms are forming the straight line. Okay children, this arm is forming straight line, this arm okay, they are the opposite rays forming a straight line, and here is one common arm. So such angles are said to be angles in a linear pair. Now here, so you will copy down this last third point. Okay children, now here, now suppose students, let us assume the measure of angle BPC is 60 degree, suppose, and then we are supposed to find out what will be the measure of angle APB. Now orally what you will do, this sum of measures of two angle is 180, so you will separate 180 minus 60, that will be 120. But children, now as you have already in 8th standard, so you should be able to write the steps that will be useful for you all in the next class, that is in 9th standard in geometry. So how are we going to write step by step calculation? You will write measure angle, you write like this way, measure angle APB plus measure angle BPC equal to 180 degree. Now measure angle, therefore measure angle APB plus, now what is the measure of angle BPC? What is the measure? 60. So it is, substitute the value, therefore measure angle APB is equal to 180 minus 60, and that is equal to 120 degree. Hence this angle is 120 degree. Therefore measure angle APB is equal to 120 degree. Now these are the step by step calculation. Somewhere if it is asked or for 1 mark you can write directly also, but somewhere if it is asked for 2 marks or where you have to show some steps, in that case you can write step by step calculation. Now dear students, now here in this chapter most of the points we have covered. Now 2 very important points are remaining, that is vertically opposite angle, and the next last point will be exterior angle of a triangle, which I will be covering in the next video. Okay children, till then I want you to write these definitions. I'll be sending the notes. You will write the definitions, learn the definitions, and then if you have doubt you can send your doubt to me. Okay children, but once this is thorough, you are thorough with the concept, then your further things, second chapter and onwards, will be very easy for 8th standard. So I hope you will do your work properly, write the notes properly and learn your definition. Thank you for watching.